What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today for another MUT 18 video, here to talk about some early season tips on how to make coins in Madden Ultimate Team 18. Now, I know you've probably seen a ton of these different videos, and some of the topics that I'm going to touch are not new ideas, but I do just want to kind of combine them all in one video. And again, these are strategies just early on that I think you should attack. You see, I have 258,000 coins. The only money I spent was the packs that I opened in yesterday's video, so if you missed those or missed that video and you didn't see it, definitely go check it out. But I've really been grinding solos and doing some of these other things that I'm about to mention in this video to get me where I'm at now, and I think that's pretty good for just day 2. We'll be able to use those coins to go ahead and buy some cards, some players that we want for our team. So let's talk about objectives first. The daily objectives are really good this year. They give us one every day, and I think it's going to be different every day, but you earn yourself a quick sell pack. I definitely suggest coming in here, doing these early on in the season. I'm sure you're going to be active each and every day. Maybe later on in the season we'll see how things go, but you get a quick sell pack every time. Yesterday I got one for 4K, today was just 1K. But it's very small ways to kind of chip away and build and you know, increase that coin count. So you can see I'm a level 15 here. You get the XP, you get, you know, points and progression towards that by playing solo challenges, and then you get little coin rewards. There was a solo that I hit where I think I won 80 something solos, maybe it was 80 even, and I got 10,000 coins for that. So, you know, those types of things are nice surprises. If you're like me right now, you're probably grinding towards MUT Master, you're probably playing a lot of the solos. You can see, you know, I'm starting to hit some of the objectives, and you get coin rewards along the way. So it's really nice, you know, to play your solos. I know this is probably the most obvious thing ever. It's not some groundbreaking tip, but again, I'm not the types that are going to drop a video and tell you how to make millions of coins in MUT, and I don't have a million coins. Don't worry, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm just going to give you all the tips that got me, you know, where I am right now. And I got one other really good tip. I'm not saying this is the end of the video, but I got one really good tip. So do me a favor, if we get this video to 150 likes, I'll be dropping that tip tomorrow. It's kind of my money tip right now, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about it. Or maybe they are, they're just not putting out videos for it. I'm not going to hide it from you. 150 likes, will drop it tomorrow. So let's keep on going into it. We're going to go to solo challenges. I've been grinding NFL Journey. I'm almost there, 10 more away. Some of these things have been annoying, I'm not going to lie. And the coin rewards for Journey aren't great. I think you get 69K. But again, along the way, you're hitting objectives, so you're earning additional coins there. And, you know, you're just knocking out things. You get a free card at the end of it. It's an 86 overall Devontae Adams. But definitely do your solos. They gave us tons and tons and tons of them. I've heard that the gauntlet rewards are a lot better than Journey. I just wanted to tackle Journey first because it was longer, and I want to get that one out of the way. You got Chronicles of Longshot. Go in, you have to play the long shot game mode, and I think you have to get to 12% in the game, the story mode, before you can start doing these solos. And then got level challenges. I'm a level 15, so I've unlocked 3 tiers, but you see it goes all the way to 28. So just play your solos, man. It sounds like they've invested a lot of time in these for us solo players and guys who maybe don't want to spend a lot of money. From what I understand, I think we're going to get pretty frequent gauntlets, like maybe once a week. So keep on top of these because there's definitely good coin rewards with them. And then also there's sets out there that once you continue to complete these different gauntlets that they receive or that they release, there's going to be some really good players that you can go out and get. Go check, you know, the different upgrade sets. I'm not going to go through them today. My next suggestion is sell everything. Now, I don't have a ton in my binder because I've been selling everything. I haven't opened up a ton of packs, but what I'm saying is sell everything. Value for some of these cards is never going to get as high as it is right now. Now, gold cards, I'm going to talk about in those a moment because they're not really expensive, but silver cards is where it's at right now. You need to check your binder. I've made a list for you guys. I'm going to go over it right now for some of the more expensive silver cards, ones that you don't want to blindly sell because you could be missing out on a lot of different coin opportunities. So we're going to start, they separated it by 2 different tiers with the silver cards when it comes to different sets and value on them. So 60 to 64 range, the teams that are most expensive are the Bears. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the Bears go for about 2K, the Broncos 1K, the Giants 2K, the Patriots, will go down to them, they're selling for about 2K as we sort it by buy it now price. Oh wow, they're up to 2.7. This list may fluctuate, but if you want to write these down again, Bears 2K, Broncos 1K, Giants 2K, Pats 2K, Cowboys about 1 to 1.5 thousand coins, the Falcons about 1,000, Raiders 1,000, Bills 1,000. We'll go over to the Bucks here and see if they're still around 2,000. They're selling for a good amount here. It looks like the cheapest one is 1.4, but they've been hovering around 2,000 for the most part. Also, the Chiefs are about 1,000. The 49ers are starting to dip, but they were hovering around 1,000 the last 24 hours. And then the Texans are probably the best one, but it's actually dropped in value. These guys were going for about 3,000 over the last 24 hours or so. Looks like they're down to 2, but that's still a really, really nice haul for silver cards. So keep your eye out on those, stack those, try to snipe those. That's another thing that I've been doing, finding people listing them for 500 coins, 400 coins, 300 coins, and then pretty much going in and relisting them right away. I wrote down all those values that I just read off to you, and I just kind of have a checklist, and I go through, and those are the ones that I snipe. So set your filters for those teams, go through it. Then for the 65 to 69 range, we got the Broncos selling for about 1,000. Wow, their price has gone up there, so they're almost at 3,000 now. Giants at 1K, Pats at 1K, Seahawks at 1K. Let's do a little bit more spot checking here. We're going to go down to the Seahawks, so they're still right around 1K. Cowboys going for about 1,500. Let's see if they continue to stay at that rate. They're down to about 1,000. Falcons 1K, Raiders 1.5K, and then the Steelers were another really, really lucrative card. They're at 2.5K. Gold cards, again, they don't have too much value right now. The only one that I saw was really selling for a decent amount was the Broncos, and they were selling only for about 1,000 coins. I don't think it's going to stay this way, so be aware. I'm suggesting, and you can take it for what it's worth, but I'm suggesting hang on to all your gold cards. There's going to become a point in time in MUT this year where they're going to drop some type of set that requires a lot of gold cards, and the values are going to start skyrocket. You see different examples of it in MUT every single year. Certain cards, certain teams, they might not be valuable at one point, but when they're this cheap, and I mean some of these cards are extremely cheap, 450, 500 coins for some gold cards, you can use these to go build those team tokens. I would either invest in these gold cards, just occasionally buy a couple every day. You're not really going to notice the coins missing when we're talking 500 coins. That's half of 1,000. Great at math, guys. Click a thumbs up for how great at math I was right there. But what I'm saying is go build yourself some team tokens. Those things are going to be, one of the most important things in MUT this year. I mean, they have several sets dedicated to team tokens, different ways to get them. In my opinion, you should go and build a couple of these for every single team. With gold cards being as cheap as they are, I mean, I'm almost 120,000 gajillion% sure that they're going to have sets in the future that are going to require some type of team token, whether it be in the mid-season, different upgrades. Those things are going to be valuable, so build them while they're cheap right now. Speaking of cheap right now, if you look at some of the elite cards on the auction house, they're cheap as well. And I do remember last year for about the first week going into the weekend, elite cards, and it's a little bit different this year just because of all the elites, because 80s are overall elites now, 81s, 82s, and so forth. You know that by now. But I remember last year, and I can see it happening again, on release night, elites were super cheap, and then they went up a little bit. For that first week, everybody's going to be buying, everybody's going to be selling. Again, I suggest you sell your silvers, but invest in some of these elites, man. If you can grab some for like, 4, 3, 2K, even if they're the 80, 81, 82, save them, hold on to them. My guess is in about a week, they're going to slowly go up. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get rich off of one card, but if you buy enough and you invest smartly, I really think there's going to be a good opportunity to flip some of these elites that are, cheap right now. I think they're going to go up. They're actually starting to go up just a little, because before you could really easily find some for like 3 and 4K. So they're starting to take that turn up. Obviously, the most popular time is probably around like 4 to 9 p.m. I would say Eastern time. That's when people get home from work. I don't know who's at school right now, but people will be getting home from school eventually. And that's when it's going to be most active. So really, another tip that I have, this one's kind of a no-brainer as well, but sell your cards at night. Sell them before you go to bed. Buy cards. If you're going to be flipping cards, buy them all evening long. Don't sell them right away. Sell them for about 1,000 coins more than the lowest one right before bed, because there's people on there who play late night, they're grinding all night, they're on the auction house all night, and sometimes people just get desperate. Trust me, it works all the time. If you buy a card for 5,000, it's selling for about 7,000. List it for 8 or 9,000 at night. You're gonna wake up to some extra profits there. It's something that's worked for me in Ultimate Team year after year after year after year, and I don't see any reason why it would change this year. And then my last tip really just goes to sniping. For all of you who aren't aware, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of obvious at this point. A lot of people know, but if you look at kickers, man, look at gold kickers are selling for 20,000 coins right now. Try to snipe these as best you can. I picked one up for 5, sold it for 20. I mean, there's a battle on the auction house for these. You're going to be fighting a lot of other people. It's not that easy to do, but if you got the quick fingers and you can do it at right enough time, you can make some nice profits. Punters, not as expensive, but I've seen them sell pretty steadily for around 4K. So if you can find one for 1,000, 2,000, it's a small profit. You're going to have to work your way up towards those big coin amounts somehow if you're not spending money. So go check out punters and kickers, specifically golds. I mean, elites are selling for a lot as well, but they're less likely to be sniped. There's going to be noobs on the auction house who are going to see a 70 overall kicker, and they're going to say, this isn't worth anything, and they're going to sell it for 1,000 or 2,000 coins. Go get it, relist it at nighttime. Like I said, you'll make some profits. Those are all the tips I have for you early on. Again, I got one major key, DJ Khaled voice, but you got to get this to 150 likes. Subscribe if you're new. I do appreciate you watching. I'm Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace.